Hey, welcome. Domain Dave here again for cheapwinefinder.com. We do value price wine reviews. We write them up on the cheapwinefinder.com website, and then we plug in the microphone, and there we go. Today we've got a wine that actually didn't know what to expect from it, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I found it on sale for $7.99. It's usually around $9, $10, $11. So it's a good price, and it's the Viejo Cava Brut. Campo Viejo is a Rioja brand, and they're owned by Pernod Richard. I think I might have messed that name up, but they're a huge spirits a conglomerate. They have a really great portfolio, and they do, I think, GH Mumm for champagne and a couple of other things. And this is one of their wine brands. And while Campo Viejo is mostly Rioja, this is from the Cava Dio. I'm going to take a sip of the Cava from the do the Cava. The Cava Dio is over near Barcelona. Rioja is up by the French border, and this is down, northeast is Barcelona, and in the mountain ranges there, the Penedis, I think I just messed that name up. That's where most of the vineyards are for this. And but I looked at the map, and there's actually like little outlets of Cava places all around Spain. I think they're trying to, every place that traditionally made a sparkling wine, they're trying to put it into one, but it's like miles, hundreds of miles away. So anyway, this is a Rioja winery doing a Cava Dio, which is like the AVA in California. That's what that is in Spain. Now, so what do we have here? This is a barrel fermented for the first fermentation. Cava uses, and they, for the most part, 3 indigenous grapes. It's Perlada, Macabeo, and Exarlo, and I kind of messed those up because a lot of those are Basque names, and I can't pronounce any of them, but that's as close as you're going to get. They always have some sort of usually 3 grapes that they use from that almost always in Cava, though I've seen Cavas of Chardonnay and everything else. But this is one of the traditional Cavas. What's a little bit different about this one is that Cava's always fermented twice, and the first fermentation was barrel fermentation. So you took those 3 grapes, probably did them separately, fermented them separately, aged them, and then they blended them. And then when they had it all blended, and that barrel's going to give it a little bit different flavor than a stainless steel tank fermented wine. So then they bottle the wine. The bottle you buy, the bottle you buy at the store is the bottle where the second fermentation happened. So they don't fill it all the way up, and they add a little bit of yeast and sugar to every bottle, put a temporary top in there, and then they lay them down, and then they have used to be a guy who would come around and turn the bottles a quarter of a turn every 3 days, but now they've got mechanical ways of doing that. In champagne, it's a minimum of 18 months for the second fermentation. The longer the second fermentation goes, the creamier the wine gets, and that's why one of the reasons champagne is expensive. Here it's like 9 months. The bubbles are firmly entrenched in the wine, but you're not going to get the extra creaminess because people won't pay for it for Cava like they will for champagne. I'm going to take another sip. And then, after 9 months, since they've been turning the bottle, they get rid of all the dead yeast and gunk in there, and they get it out of the top. You can't really tell by looking at the bottle that it was ever in there. Then they take a measured amount of sweet wine, still wine, and just pour that in there to bring this is a brut wine. Brut wine is a dry wine. But they pour a little bit because sparkling wines, especially traditional method like this, the champagne method, not like Prosecco. This is champagne method. They start out very tart, almost impossible to drink. And then they bring it, after the second fermentation, they bring it up to the proper level of sweetness. And Brut isn't sweet, but there is a little touch of that in there. So there you go, how you make it. And how do you make it and do all that for $7.99? I don't know. So how does it taste? It tastes actually really good. And because it's got 9 months in the, with the yeast in there and in a barrel, you're going to get this brioche, crusty bread thing. Lemon, Anjou pear, one of those pears that are not as juicy. Green apple, maybe some nectarine, a little bit of spice, that type of thing. All light. This is light to medium bodied. This is kind of a delicate wine, but it's kind of a little bit on the complex side. And it's got the kind of acidity that kind of beckons you to take another sip, which is always nice with an inexpensive champagne because you keep on sipping it. And that's one of the pleasures of life. So this is a wine that under $10. It should be under $10 or around $10, maybe 11 at most. That tastes great. I mean, what else can you ask for? It's a good tasting wine that doesn't cost any money. It's a great little bubbly. It's the Campo Viejo Cava Brut. Tastes great. It's good to you. So that's it for me, Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. This was a nice find. The Campo Viejo Cava Brut. You should be able to find it everywhere. It's widely distributed. It's a nice little wine. If you want Tuesday night bubbles, this is it. If you want bubbles for a party, 50th anniversary, first wedding anniversary, you want to get together and you want good bubbles, but you want a good price. This is a good wine at a good price. So adios, keep it cheap. I'll be talking to you later. I got a couple other wines coming. So I'll be talking to you. Bye-bye.